shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing right, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll give the Browns a first down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Back to throw here. Coleman has it here right side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Now that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Surveying the field. He's going to loft one deep left side here. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's fourth down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. They go play action here on first down. And Hill with it over the middle. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. So 2nd and goal here from the 9. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And the big tight end shifting around. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Their dangerous wide receiver from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
This one complete to Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up.
Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And quickly, they get to the line.
I know most of the time.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick here is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. Muscles him off. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. On first down, Abdullah. Room here to run. Cut back, left sideline. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
A second down run for Abdullah. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Third down now following the run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And his kick is good. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 8 yards there and a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And the D looking like they may blitz. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Hurry up, here we go. Good.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
That's complete, right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw again. That is incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
So this will be the 9th play on this drive. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, it's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defense has only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
Had the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. They'll set into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. One receiver left, 3 to the right. And the play clock's running down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. He's going to float this one deep right. They've got his man complete. The 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 97 yards. And the Browns are back within a score. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. They go back to the air here after the INT. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Eric Armstead in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Watch tight. Tight here right. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Leopard.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bernardrick McKinney in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Their dangerous wide receiver, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game. And the conditions miserable for a kicker and a holder, but this one's good, and with it, they take the lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
He's going to loft it deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
We'll see if it's that easy here. They start the drive with Abdullah. Cut back to the left. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go back to Abdullah on 1st. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They come out here in the eye. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. .7 yards to go on 2nd down. The slot man in motion right. Following the penalty, Abdullah. And this now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Here comes the D swarming to the line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And now here comes Kansas City. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Let's go. 1, 9.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go now.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
They come up in an offset eye. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So now this one's going to rest on the foot. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And it's no good. He comes up empty on the late field goal try, and they are out here in the divisional round. Well, Charles, coaches always talk after losses about putting that behind you and moving on. But in a case like this, when you could have won it with a chip shot field goal and you miss it, that is going to sting for a little while, isn't it?
Some are tougher to put behind you than others, right? We always talk about compartmentalizing. What is the rule? Coaches always talk about 24-hour rule after a game, and then you move on. That's tough because that was a very makeable field goal. In fact, I think you and I were both just shocked that he did knock it through the post, and they end up walking off the field losers.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Kansas City.
Let's hit the post-game tailgates and grab some of that barbecue.
Yeah, BBQ.